Okay, for the flight control team, right now we're looking like we're about 30 minutes away from docking. Anyone tracking any issues that we haven't already talked about or anything that's popped up as a constraint? Okay, hearing none, we'll keep pressing, and if anything comes up, let us know.
Atlanta, it's on 8 ground 2. We'll give you KU for countdown if you like.
We're good with that flight.
We'll take it.
We'll take it, thank you.
TPS flying.
Go ahead, Flight.
Yeah, just something for you to stick in your to-do list. Given the number of random pieces of equipment that haven't responded to switches or commands when we've sent them today, I'm starting to suspect maybe we might have some other data systems issues here that that might be common causes to some of our things. I don't want to mess with it right now, but if you guys aren't already thinking about that and investigating it, just put that on your list.
Copy, Flight. And actually, we were just talking about that. It's looking like the GNC Ohms gimbal and Max's vent door commands can both be traced back to the same Cardan channel on FF4.
FF4. You are not paranoid if they really are after you. Okay.
And Flight Max, we concur with what DPS is saying. That it looks, I'm no longer suspecting AC2 mid-4.
Yeah.
It looks to me like it's a commanding problem.
Well, the thing that tipped me off was when we found that breaker very nicely closed and comfortable. Okay.
So I'm no longer PLS for pillow bay doors, but I'm still CSCS for getting that vent door closed.
Okay. We can talk about it a little bit more post-doc.
Copy and concur.
And Flight GNC.
GNC.
Flight was just confirming, Q, that it could be the FF that would take us out of the potential PLS.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, At least that's something we can investigate further. Okay, good. Sounds like you guys were already talking about it. Thanks.
Flight Inco.
Go ahead.
KU is in comm mode.
KU to comm. Thank you.
Flight rendezvous, 100 feet.
Copy.
Flight Max.
Go ahead.
We still haven't seen any docking prep, so I'd like to call the crew into that.
Okay.
8-7.
Atlantis Houston, air to ground 2. We are ready for docking prep.
I will power on the docking system with the power and push button. Everything else is completed. The lights are on.
Max copies.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay. Is there something we can't see? We got a telemetry problem, Max?
I took the crew's call to mean that she will take on power, do the power on push button.
Okay.
And she just got it.
All right.
Good config for flight, for docking.
Flight GNC, we have secured some low speed.
Atlantis on Space Air Ground 2. You probably see that, but it looks like the capture lights failed on.
Flight Max, we see damping failed on. We're no-go for docking.
Copy. What do we need to do?
Stand by.
Flight Max, with the capture light failed on, we need to have them over on 8-17. Capture light failed on.
All right. Capture light failed on page 8-17.
In Flight Rendezvous, I still recommend.
You as well, you probably see that damping is on, and I'm looking at capture light failed on procedure, so I can take PSC power main A and main B off, and then turn them on post-capture if you'd like.
That's a good plan.
That's the plan we want.
That's right where we are, Sandy. Please do that.
Rendezvous?
I was going to say I recommend still pressing the 30 feet.
Concur.
In Atlantis, you're still good to press to 30 feet. We'll re-eval then.
Copy. We'll press the 30.
1 minute to handover.
And Flight Max, we see the PSU power main A and main B off per the capture light failed on procedure.
Copy.
Good config for docking.
Handing over. Go for command 171.
What's our status?
Flight Max, the crew has completed all the actions and the capture light failed on. Once we get contact and over on the docking sequence cue card, the crew will take PSU power main A and main B back on per the post-capture items and the capture latch filled on.
Okay.
And there should be no additional deltas for the docking sequence cue card.
Okay, very good. So you're go to press with that plan.
Affirmative.
Got it.
Atlantis Houston on the big loop. APDS is in a good config for docking, so no leans against that. Sandy, you see that there are post-capture steps and the capture light failed on. We'll leave that up to you.
Good words.
I guess per our previous conversation, I understand that the PSU power main A, main B2, both are coming on after we verified there's no physical separation post-capture.
Affirmative.
Exactly. Just refraining that so we all made sure we're caught up. Thanks, Cindy.
And Houston, Atlantis on the big loop. We don't see a flyout required, so we're ready to initiate final approach on your call.
Okay, rendezvous, GNC, ready to press in?
Rendezvous go if Max's go.
GNC's go.
Max's go.
Let's do it.
Houston, shuttle side is go for that.
Copy, commencing final approach.
Flight GNC.
Go ahead.
Flight, I'm hearing ADCO needs us to do a flyout.
ADCO needs us to do a flyout?
In flight rendezvous, I can't comment on that. The crew has the best view. The crew's flying off the centerline camera. Flight rendezvous.
Station and Houston, Atlantis on the big loop. We are initiating final approach. Station copies, final approach.
Houston copies.
Flight rendezvous.
Okay, let's ask the crew to hold. We're assessing some attitude errors on the ISS side. Hold the approach, please.
Atlantis Houston on the big loop. We would like you to hold and continue the 30-foot hold. Sorry for the change.
At 30 feet, the crew flies out to 1 degree. As they approach further in, they have a 2 degree limit.
At 30 feet and stop our approach at this time.
That's a firm. Stand by. Atlantis, just so you know, we're assessing flyout considerations here. Just keep standing by.
the team and for the crew. The ISS team believes that their attitude determination sensor on the Russian side is biased and that the ISS is actually out of attitude by about 2 degrees. They're going to have the Russians switch sensors and snap back into attitude, and then we'll give them a go to press. I think it's about 5 minutes.
And flight rendezvous?
Rendezvous?
Not trying to muddy the water, but if they're holding attitude, we can push in with a 2-degree offset. If they move those 2 degrees, then the crew probably will have a fly out at 2 degrees.
Station flight or shuttle flight, station flight, the attitude error is growing. So we're about 2 degrees now, and it's growing. So we're coordinating with Moscow to get it corrected, and we'll get back in attitude and then give you a call.
Okay, you guys should probably let both spacecraft know the situation on the big loop so that the crews, both crews are aware.
Houston, Atlantis for the flyout. It looks like at 30 feet we didn't see a half flyout, but now it's progressed that we do look like we have a little bit of right wing down for about 2 degrees.
We'll take this one.
Okay, Rex, we copy that. We want to let you know that right now we are switching the Russian rate and attitude source, and when we are complete with that, you'll be given a go to proceed.
Okay, we copy, thanks.
Atlantis Houston from the shuttle side, just to add to those good words, the station is slightly out of attitude, and that is growing. We're doing some work on the station to fix that, so if you keep holding right there, we'll get station back to the right attitude hold, and then we'll give you a go to go on in.
Okay, we copy. Steve Ray, just let us know when we need to do another flight determination. And just to be clear, the item I was looking at was the roll. Item 16 was right wing down.
Okay, thank you, Rick.
And we copied that flight.
Houston, Atlantis on air to ground 2 for post-docking.
Go ahead, air to ground 2.
Yeah, Steve, just want to clarify, we're looking ahead at the procedure, and with the capture lights on, obviously we can't give you a capture confirmed, so we're going to just give you a no physical separation present if that's the case. Does that work for you guys?
That's a good plan, flight.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thanks for being proactive on that. And Atlantis on air to ground 2. A few minutes ago, the station flight told us that this attitude fix that they're going to do should only take a few minutes, maybe 5-ish, so it's not going to be a long wait.
Copy. Thanks for the update.
Shuttle flight, station flight with an update. Your loop.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so we're on a U.S. rate, so the attitude error is about 2.2 degrees and no longer growing. We are coordinating with the Russians to get back on a U.S. attitude source. We're told to expect that in the next couple minutes here, and then a short while to clean up the attitude error. The other option is the shuttle crew could fly out this roll error.
All right, so the error is no longer growing. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Now, if they do fly this out and the Russians proceed to go back on U.S. source, then they would be reintroducing the error. So I recommend we just continue to sit tight here for an additional couple minutes to give the Russians time to put this in work. We've put in the request for them to switch sources, so let's give them a couple minutes.
So this is a multilateral machine, and we've already got the ball rolling in a certain direction, so we'll let it play out.
Rendezvous copied.
And Quatsi, once we give you a call that we're back in the docking attitude, we should give the crew a call at that point to tell them to verify that it all looks good, see if they need to fly out, and then they should be good to press in from there.
And about how long do you think?
I was told it would take, ADCO 5 minutes to clean up the attitude once they get on a U.S. Attitude source.
Are they commanding that through your S-band, I assume? And about how long do you think we can station keep like this until we start worrying about our gas gauge?
We could hold for at least a few hours.
Okay.
Flight Max. Looking ahead at the station orbiter docking script, because of the situation with the capture light and the damping, I won't be able to make my capture confirmed call until I see the crew activate the PSU powers again.
I understand it.
Atlantis Houston Air to Ground 2 status. Still working on attitude over on station side, swapping sensors, then fixing the attitude. It looks like it'll be a few more minutes, but we don't see anything wrong with waiting.
Okay, copy. Thanks for the update, and it definitely is starting to look a little better out the center line camera and out the window.
Okay, sounds good. Once they think they're back in attitude and have the rates down, then we'll ask you to reassess for the flyout.
Copy. just so you know. If we had to go in right now, we'd probably do an item 15 with about a degree and then press, so it's definitely looking close.
Shuttle flight, station flight, your loop.
Sounds good.
Go ahead, station flight, my loop.
We're on a good reference, attitude reference and rate reference. We show us back in the docking attitude and stable. So you guys are go to give the shuttle words to press in.
Okay, so we are go to press for docking.
And you may want to have them do an attitude flyout if they deem that necessary.
All right, we'll reassess the flyout and give them a go to press.
Good words.
Atlantis Houston on the big loop. Okay, we're back in the game. Station is in docking attitude and stable. Go to reassess the flyout.
And Houston, looks like we're going to make a item 15 change of a degree or two, so we'll put that in and let you know how it looks.
Copy.
Okay, folks, at this point, the crew's going to prepare to press in. Let's hold any calls that don't directly pertain to execution of the capture and hard mate. If you do pick up anything that is a constraint to docking, sing out, please, loudly and succinctly.
Flight GNC, they're doing the flyout.
Copy.
Houston, Atlantis on the big loop. Flyout's complete. We like the picture with your go. We're ready to proceed for final approach.
There you go.
Atlantis on the big loop. Your go to initiate final approach.
We copy. Station Atlantis is initiating final approach. Station copy.
And for the team, I'm looking at Joint Ops 1.107 Station Orbiter Docking Script.
feet, good RDOT.
TCT armed.
Houston station on the big loop. Our SNPCS locked up, so we will be sending command on the Russian laptop.
Houston copies.
Contact.
Copy contact.
Capture confirmed.
Shuttle free drift.
Houston station, looks like we have no physical separation. We assume capture confirmed.
Station copies.
Station copies.
Station flight confirms free drift.
Atlantis Station free drift is confirmed.
Copy, free drift is confirmed.
No action, Spec 88.
No action on the Spec 88 message. Base Bravo again.
Copies.
A-firm flight.
No action on Spec 88, Atlantis.
Thanks, Steve.
1 minute to handover.
Houston, we see ourselves in step 3.
We're watching first.
We're with you, step 3.
Okay, here comes step 3.
Receive step 3 complete. Waiting in step 4. Handing over. And Flight Max, we're still seeing a little relative motion, so we're still waiting.
Copy.
Go for command, teacher spare.
Houston, we see ourselves ready for step 6. How about you?
Checking.
Flight Max, we're still seeing a little relative motion. Have a crew stand by.
Please stand by on step 6, still watching a little bit of relative motion, Atlantis.
Copy, standing by.
Flight Max, we're go for step 6.
Copy.
Atlantis Aragon 2, you're go for step 6.
Copy, here we go. Somewhere on the flip side of the card in step 8, holding for you, go.
We're evaluating.
Keep holding on step 8.
Flight Max, we'll go for step 8.
Copy.
Atlantis, you are go for step 8.
Copy, we're go for step 8.
We see step 8, rings driving in. Looks like we're at 6.4 on 1 and 3. Oh, there's a contact light.
Houston, we see the contact light on, and we pushed power on push button.
Good call.
Thank you. We concur with that.
And Flight Max, it looks like we were riding on the fixers and one of them failed. The contact indication came on.
Okay.
We are now in the starred block in step 8.
Copy.
Atlantis, for step 8, we see you in the start block now.
Yes, we agree with you, Steve, and we're holding on for ring alignment.
Righto.
Okay, for the team looking forward, if you could take a look at block 22 Alpha on page 4-22 of the Rendezvous book. Let me know if you have any deltas.
Not for 22 Alpha, but for Block 8?
Yes, sir.
Once we're getting alignment very quickly here, so once we get it, we'll have the crew do the ring in per the star block. If while they're driving in, they lose the ring-aligned light, we'll have them then do a power-on push button to halt the drive again, and we'll wait for alignment.
Houston, we see the ring-aligned light back on, so we're starting our 30-second timer.
We concur.
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 So Flight Max, they were previously using the contact telemetry as their cue to halt drive. I want them now to use the ring-aligned light since the fixers are no longer functioning correctly.
Copy that. We'll tell them.
In Atlantis, after you push the ring in push button there at the bottom of the start block, as it's ringing in, if you lose the ring-aligned light, then do a power-on push button push.
Good read.
Okay, Stevie Ray, we see the base position inside of 20, so we think we're pretty good from here on in.
They're correct.
Concur.
Flight Max, hooks are driving, dual motor.
Copy. Okay, while hooks are driving, let me go around the horn here. GNC, any deltas for 22 Alpha?
Negative, flight.
Prop?
Negative.
Okay, Rendezvous, you aware of any?
I have none, flight.
Okay. Max, you think you guys are going to have any deltas for 22 Alpha?
Negative.
Okay.
Step 14 in work, Houston.
Houston copies.
We're watching.
Flight Max, we see 12 hooks closed. We're go for attitude control.
Copy.
Assemble yourselves complete with the docking sequence Q card. We're headed back to air to ground 2 and terminate rendezvous ops block 22A.
Max concurs.
We're with them.
Concur. Good job. See you on 22 Alpha. And Atlantis air to ground 2. No deltas on 22 Alpha.
All right, we're putting that in work.
Houston and Station Atlantis, we are beginning initial hatch leak checks. We are in post-docking hatch leak check, Houston.
And Flight Econ, we can perform that from the ground.
We'll take care of that from the ground.
And Atlantis, Houston Shuttle on the big loop, we'll take care of that from the ground.
And in the meantime, Ecom, you want them to go grab a towel and check the LEB for water force?
Flight Econ, it's a little more complicated than that. Give us just a minute to get work together.
Pick up on leak checks on our side.
Fair enough.
Jeff, you have to go.
And Stevie Ray, I understand you're going to do the post-docking hatch leak check from the ground, and in step 5, when it's complete, you will call us and let us know when we're ready for vestibule pressurization. Is that correct?
Affirm.
Absolutely correct, Atlantis.
Very good. Just make sure I understood. Thank you.
You bet.
Flight prop.
Go.
Our steps in step 1 of 22 Alpha are complete.
Thank you.
Shuttle flight ACO for MPLM troubleshooting.
Go ahead.
I've got flight note 12 out there for you to look at when you got some time. This is our plan for the troubleshooting of the MPLM telemetry. We'll be looking for some time to do that here this afternoon.
Okay. Well, why don't you and FAO chat about that, and then we'll take a look at the details.
Flight FAO check complete.
All right.
looking at doing this on pilot right after we power down.
Atlanta, Squawk 22 Alpha. You ready for LVLH, kind of the middle of the left-hand column?
GNC is ready for that.
We'll take it.
Houston is ready for LVLH on the depth.
Flight DPS.
And flight GNC.
GNC, go ahead.
We selected LVOH on the depth. We are back in attitude control.
Okay.
Flight of field. When the crew's ready, we'll go to maneuver. 3-26, flight plan.
DPS, go ahead.
Flight DPS, just wanted to get a go to uplink our nominal docked VPs.
Yeah, the go.
Houston, station 1 on the big loop.
Go ahead, Jeff. Which on the big loop?
Okay, I'm in 2.102, step 3.3. You ready to copy numbers?
We're ready.
Okay, GMT 2005, pressure is 754.
Copy all.
Flight Max, we see the crew working docking mechanism power on.
Okay, very good.